Good morning everybody. Now today we are going to see how to write Visual Basic application, rather Visual Basic console application in Visual Studio 2010. I have already installed this Visual Studio 2010 also and Visual Basic 2010 Express. It is depending on you whether you are going to use only Visual Studio for only Visual Basic, or you can use Visual Studio for languages like C#, Visual Basic and etc. So this is general structure of your Microsoft Visual Studio. What you have to do initially, as I have told you that there are three project types. One is console application, second one is Windows application, and third one is web application. While seeing the Visual Basic, it will not ask you to select the language, because as that particular compiler is used for Visual Basic only, directly you can create a project. But regarding Visual Studio, what will happen when I click on File, then New and then Project? If you see here on this pane, you will get Visual Basic, Visual C#, Visual C++, Visual F# and all these things. Now basically what is .NET technology? All these languages comes under one roof. Although compilers are different for each and every language. Now in Visual Basic you can create these applications. So if you see here, there is one very simple type which is called as console application. What we are going to see in our syllabus, two types of applications. One is console application and second one is this Windows application. So initially we will start with console application. So click on this console application and here give your program name. Suppose I want to write a program for addition of two numbers. So simply give in introductory part of this Visual Basic, as I have told you that there are some Hungarian notations. Hungarian notations means what? Like this you have to write either variable name or your program name also. So addition of two numbers is my program name. When you click on OK, then you can see that already some code is written in this particular module. Start the module, end the module, subroutine main, end subroutine. Here sub means subroutine. So subroutine main, end subroutine. As we have seen in Java or in C# or in C++ also, there is a main function. So like that in Visual Basic also there is a main function. Now here I want to write a program to carry out addition of two numbers. How to write that program? First of all, you have to declare three variables, no doubt. Now how to declare variables in Visual Basic? It is very simple, that you have to write dim a, b, c as integer and put enter. If you see, everything written by me is in small case letters, but automatically D of dim, A of as and I of integer becomes capital letters. This is normally called as IntelliSense of your programming language. So Visual Basic, Visual C# all the languages which are used under Visual Studio are considered as intelligent programming languages, that as there are so many functions related with each and every object, it is not possible to keep in mind all these functions. So that's why what will happen, whatever may be the syntax, if you have written the statement correctly, automatically it will convert that statement into appropriate format. So dim a, b, c as integer. Here three variables are declared. what is my next step? That I have to display one message that enter two numbers. Now for displaying the message, output statement is used. That output statement is console.write. Actually there are two statements, one is console.write and another one is console.write line. So better I will take console.write line. If you see here, if I put dot after console, it will automatically give you list of statements which can be used with that console. So simply what you have to do, you have to click on this write line, double click on it, then parenthesis open, it will give you that what you can write the content, but it should be in the syntax as per Visual Basic. So what I have to write here, enter two numbers. Now keep in mind that last statement, or normally in C++ or in C# also, every simple statement of that particular programming language is terminated with semicolon. But in Visual Basic, don't give semicolon after any statement, because semicolon is not a termination in Visual Basic. End and start, these are the blocks which you can use. So console.writeLine, enter two numbers. Now as in Java, what you are doing, that public static void main and there are string args. Now if you return the program in Java by using command line arguments, then I think all of you know that the command line arguments are normally in string format, and what you have to do, you have to convert the string values into integer value in Java also. Otherwise you can use scanner class in Java to read the values, but if you are using arguments which are passed to your program, then what you have to do, you have to convert these arguments from string to integer. In same manner, in Visual Basic also, it is necessary to convert whatever you can read by using console.readLine, that is in string format. You have to convert the things from string to integer. So how to convert the things? So which statement you have to write here? Now which statement you have to write here, because it will display enter two numbers onto screen. Now after that, it is necessary for user to give two numbers, and these two numbers should be stored in variables a and b. So which statement should be written? First of all, a is equal to. Now there is one function, or there is one object dot parse. Of console.readLine. What will happen? Whatever may be the values which are entered by you after executing the program, these values are in string format, and this statement is used to convert that string value from string to integer and then store that value into a. Likewise, I have to write the statement for b also. So b is equal to integer dot parse of console.readLine. Means whatever may be the first value which is given by you, it is stored in a, and whatever may be the second value which is given by you, it is stored in b. Now simply add these two numbers. So c is equal to a plus b. And then print the values by using console.writeLine statement. console.writeLine, जैसे कि हम C++ या स्पेसिफिकली बोलूँ तो C में हम क्या करते थे, एडिशन ऑफ %d एंड %d इज %d. उस तरह का अगर कुछ हमें विजुअल बेसिक में लिखना है तो आपको थोड़ा सा अलग सिंटैक्स यूज़ करना पड़ेगा, वो मैं बताता हूँ। यहाँ पे अगर मुझे लिखना है एडिशन ऑफ ए एंड बी इज सी विथ appropriate values of a, b and c, then what I have to write? Addition of in curly braces first parameter and in curly braces second parameter is in curly braces third parameter. Now as all of you know that either index of array or anything else is starts from 0, like that here also in right line if I want to display the message like addition of 5 and 3 is 8 like this, then I have to use this syntax. Addition of within curly braces 0 and within curly braces 1 is within curly braces 2. Now here my message ends, and after that I have to write appropriate values of 0, 1 and 2. So it is A, comma B, comma C. Now just in here I think in C++ we are using getch, like that in Visual Basic we have to use console.read key statement. Now here my program ends, that first of all declare the variables, this is declaration of variable, then display one message to read two numbers. These two statements are responsible to convert the given value by user from string to integer and store into a and b respectively. After that c is equal to a plus b, which is addition, and then this statement to display the result, and then console.read key. After this, if you see here, there is a star after module.vb and there is a star. That star indicates that this program is not saved yet. When you click on this save button, that star is removed from this file name. Otherwise, if I put anything here, suppose I will put something J and delete it, then if you see here, there is simple star after VB, and when I click on save, that star is removed. Means if star is there, my program is not yet saved, and if star is not there, it means that my program is saved. Then if you see before this debug, there is one arrow sign. This is nothing but run your program. So I will try to run this program. See, it will ask you enter two numbers. Suppose two numbers are 123 and 4. What is my expected result? It is 127. Now we will check whether it will display or not. So addition of 123 and 4 is 127. So I think all of you are getting this. Now once you write the program for addition of two numbers, it is possible to write a program for any other normal applications like factorial of a number, Fibonacci series, reverse of a number, etc., etc. That we will see in this particular session of lecture itself. After this, when you press enter, it will come into the program. So this is my first program. Now again, close all these things, then again new project, Visual Basic, console application. Suppose I want to write a program to display factorial of a number. So I will give this program name as factorial of a number. It is not necessary that you have to use such file names only. You can use only factorial as a file name, no problem. So okay, again it will display all the things. I will write this program. I think all of you know what is procedure to write the program. First of all, you have to declare f, n and I as integers f for factorial, n for given number, I for loop. Initially value of f is equal to 1, then you have to write console dot write enter any number, and then n is equal to integer dot parse of console dot read line. So read value of n. After reading value of n, what you have to do? You have to use your for loop. Now again, syntax of for loop is somewhat different from C++. In C++ or in C#, syntax of for loop is initialization, termination condition and statement. So every time you have to give semicolon, every time you have to write condition, every time you have to write statement like I++ or I minus minus. But in Visual Basic.NET, syntax of for loop is very simple. What you have to do? I want to execute f is equal to f into I how many times? N times, and initial value of I is 1. So simply write down for I is equal to 1 to n and press enter. When you press enter, automatically there is a next for this for. Now what will happen at this next? Just in C++ we are placing curly braces for loop. So at the end, means at the closing curly brace, what will happen? The statement which is given in for loop like I++, that statement will be executed. Here in for loop, by default value of I is incremented by 1 at this next statement. And as all of you know that here there is only one statement, that is f is equal to f into I. And after this for loop, I want to display the result by console dot write line. Factorial of 0 is 1. And what are the variables which you are going to use? One is factorial of n is f. And then last statement like get ch, last statement is console dot read key. So what is new in this program for you? That this is for loop, and if you see this for loop, you can easily understand how this for loop is executed. Initially value of I is equal to 1, this value is incremented by 1 every time at this next, and what is last value of I? It is n. Once the value of I is greater than n, your for loop terminates. So we will save this program and execute it. Sorry, there might be one error. Where is that error? हाँ, this semicolon is not necessary. मैंने आपको बताया और मैंने semicolon डाल दिया वहाँ पे. ठीक है, no problem. Now execute the program. Enter any number. Familiar number is 5. Factorial of 5 is 120. So it will display factorial of 5 is 120. But while writing factorial program, what you have to do? Check for 0 also. Because although what is factorial? It is multiplication of all numbers from 1 to given number n. But it is universal truth that factorial of 0 should be 1. So you have to write a program in such a way that if 5 is given, it should display 120, but if 0 is given, then it should display 1. So yes, factorial of 0 is 1. Both results are correct, so my program is also correct. So this is our second program. We will close this solution also. Now we will write program for Fibonacci series. So here I will give name only Fibonacci. Now what is Fibonacci series? That you have to declare some variables dim a comma b comma c comma I comma n as integers. So as all of you know, what is Fibonacci series? If initial two numbers are 0 and 1, next number is addition of previous two numbers. So if I want to display Fibonacci series for 5, it will display actually 7 numbers excluding first two numbers 0 1 1 2 3 5 8. दिस इज फाइबोनाची सीरीज फॉर 5. इसमें से आप कौन सा भी नंबर लोगे पहले दो छोड़ के, तो वो नंबर पिछले जो दो नंबर है उनके एडिशन रहेगा. सो व्हाट इज फाइबोनाची सीरीज? इट इज एडिशन ऑफ इनिशियल टू नंबर्स आर 0 and 1 एंड नेक्स्ट नंबर इज एडिशन ऑफ प्रीवियस टू नंबर्स. अगला जो भी नंबर आएगा वो पिछले दो नंबर के एडिशन रहेगा. सो डिम ए बी सी एज, यहाँ पे गलती से मैंने इंटीजर्स कर दिया, एज इंटीजर. देन सेम कंसोल डॉट राइट एंटर एनी नंबर. राइट एंड राइट लाइन में क्या फ़र्क है वो मैंने आपको पिछले लेक्चर में बताया है शायद. राइट मीन्स योर कर्सर विल बी डिस्प्लेड ऑन सेम लाइन, and right line means after displaying that message cursor will be displayed on next line. So console dot write, enter any number, then n, I want to store that value into n. So n is equal to integer dot parse of console dot read line. Then here I have to display values of a and b first of all. So first of all I will write console dot write line Fibonacci series for 0 as follows. Then console dot write you have to display first two numbers, that is 0 and 1. That's why I am using this statement. And then your for loop for I is equal to again 1 to n, and statements are, all of you know, C is equal to a plus b, console dot write C, sorry, accidentally I have put 9 here. C, A is equal to B, B is equal to C, and here my for loop ends, and after that for loop I have to write console dot read key. Console dot read key. I will save this program and run this program. Enter any number, suppose 5. 1 minute. I think there is some problem. Fibonacci series for 0 हाँ, यहाँ पे मैंने n नहीं लिया है, and second thing is that we'll check 1 minute. If 5 is given, then it will display all zeros. Okay, no problem. I am using 0 here, so I'll start this with 1. 1, 2. Here it is 3. Not display anything, why? Actually program is stuck. Okay, no problem. I will write here console.write line. A, console.write line. B, and here also console.write line. C. Okay, I think now it is okay. So when I run this program, sorry, here you have to initialize values of A and B. Suppose A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1, because what is Fibonacci series is it is addition of initial two numbers are 0 and 1 and next number is addition of previous two numbers. तो ये मैं थोड़ा सा भूल गया था कि ए और बी की वैल्यू इनिशियलाइज करनी चाहिए थी. व्हाट विल हैपन, ये नहीं देने की वजह से ए बी सी आई एन ये सभी के वैल्यू 0 हो गए और वो सब का रिजल्ट हमें 0 बता रहा था. नाउ इट इज़ ओके. So if inputted value is suppose 6, then 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. If you see any number in this particular series, आप कौन सा भी नंबर लोगे तो पिछले दो नंबर के एडिशन है. उसी तरह से 8, 13 के बाद क्या आएगा 21, 21 के बाद क्या आएगा 34. Like this you will it is possible to write a program to display Fibonacci series for given number n. So I will press enter here. So okay, now it is okay. So thank you very much for attending this video lecture. Okay, we'll stop here.